Week 2. How do you let yourself become a probation officer? Is there a school for that? A diploma? Congrats, James. You have graduated and are now a complete tool. James recommends not writing any more things like that. Otherwise, the judge is going to get mad. Who knew my probation officer could read my journal? I'd like to on the record that that isn't fair. Do you hear me, James? Do you hear me, Mrs. Brainbridge? Do you hear me, Judge? A personal journal is very crowded with so many eyes. James on Monday, Mrs. Brainbridge on Tuesday, school every day, home every day. Nowhere else unless Mom is with me. That's the schedule. Journal. Got it? It's pretty simple. Like a court-ordered cage with a mom-shaped lock. Oh, hi guys. This is a great book, House Arrest. If you haven't read it, it is fabulous. I highly recommend it. Welcome back from our break and our virtual time. Today we're going to kick it off with some reading, and you'll see that I am here in our wonderful LMC, which is just loaded full of books for you guys to check out. Today we're going to see a variety of new books, and we're going to take a look at how you can check out ebooks as well. All right, sit tight. Let's get going. Okay, we're going to start off today kind of getting back into something that you might not have been into in a long time. It's your Jamboard. So here's what you're going to do. You have these 3 steps, okay? And step 3 is something you're going to build upon throughout today. So the first step is going to go and find that reading Jamboard. It's inside Google Classroom. I'll show you where mine is. Step 2 is going to be to update it. There might be a bunch of books that you've read, and you can update that. If you've forgotten a title or 2, no big deal. Then inside your crew, share out a book that you really liked. You might get an idea for a new book, and that's where frame 2 comes in. So you're going to go and make a new frame, and I'll show you how to do that. And you're going to list down some books that you run into today that you want to read, because throughout the school year, you're going to be asked to read at the beginning of our English class. So let's get started. Go ahead and go to Google Classroom. When you go to Google Classroom, you're going to need to find your Jamboard. Right here is where mine is. It's under the independent reading. And you'll want to open up that reading Jamboard. Now, if you need to, now's the time to update it. All right, here's my reading Jamboard. So these are the books that I have read. And I just went on to Google and I copied and pasted an image of the book covers for the books that I've read. And then I put a little sticky note with each one just to kind of remind me what the book was about in case I wanted to reread it, or in case somebody asked me about it, I'd be able to say, you know what, if you really like a funny book, this one would be a great one. Or this is a great graphic novel with a ghost story in it. So these are all ones that might be good to be able to recommend. So you're going to update your Jamboard. When you're done updating your Jamboard, share out in your crew, or if you're at home, maybe share out with someone at home. And then go to some books that you want to read and go to like the second frame. So you make a second frame and just add in what I want to read in 2021. You can add in an image of the book cover. You can add in a sticky note and just write down the title. I know one that a student recommended to me was Counting by Sevens, so I put that in there. So right now, I'm going to give you a few minutes to work through this inside your crew, and probably, just spend maybe 5-10 minutes really, going through this. So go ahead and pause this, teachers, and give them some time to update and some time to share. All right, guys. Well, hopefully you've had a chance to update a few things. So here's the thing. Now we're going to go into Destiny Discover. Most of you are familiar with Destiny Discover, but some people have forgotten. So if you've forgotten, you're going to click on this link. You have the same slideshow that I do. It's right there for you. So you can click on this link and you log in with your student number, and your password is your first name, all lowercase. I want you guys to look for some books that you would like to read. And put at least 3 titles into that Jamboard, or maybe just put them onto your favorites, because I know a lot of you know how to do that too. Once you find a book that you want to read, place a hold on it. Please know that sometimes those books aren't available, so I'd always have at least one backup. The LMC is loaded full of some excellent new reads. I'm just sitting right here and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is such a good book. pretend she's here. This is when her best friend dies and the parents of the friend kidnap her and try to pretend that she's their dead daughter. Totally creepy. So that's an excellent read. And I'm still going right here. City of Ghosts. Here's an excellent one for some of you guys who are interested. And as I keep going through here, The Darkest Hour. If you're a historical fiction person, this book's for you. And a lot of people read Ghost last year in Battle of the Books. So there's tons of amazing books for you. So take a minute and go through and see what you can find. As you're going through, I'm going to play this a little clip for you from Mrs. Mann showing some of the newest books in the LMC. All right. Well, a couple of these books right here are also brand new to our LMC. So if you're looking, here's Hawkeye versus Deadpool. And here's another great one. This Is Where It Ends. And let's take a look at a couple more that Mrs. Mann recommends that are new to our LMC.
Based on what you like to read, and hopefully can purchase those from time to time. I wanted to show you some of the newer books we've added to the library. There's one here called Carry On, and there's a sequel to that book by the same author, Wayward Son. Some other books we have recently added to our collection is The Playbook, House Arrest, Autumn Falls, Fault in Our Stars, and some new graphic novels. We're adding graphic novels all the time, so check out our selection. It's getting really big. So I know that we have an awesome array of books here, but I wanted to also...
All right. Thank you, Mrs. Mann. Right now, guys, I want you just to get after it. See if you can find some new books inside Destiny Discover. Remember, when you're inside Destiny Discover, it's kind of cool that you can go on here and search by genre. So if you're a person who wants to read graphic novels, you can look at the graphic novels. You can see the recently added books here, some popular titles. And then again, you can go right here and be like, ooh, I love graphic novels, and click on the graphic novels, and it's going to show you what we've got in our LMC. Also know that your English teachers have a wide variety of books available in our classrooms. Feel free to send us an email, and we'll let you know if we've got that book that you're looking for, if maybe the LMC doesn't have it. So most of you know how to contact us. If not, ask your crew teacher. They definitely know how to get in touch with us so that you can check out a book from us. All right, go ahead and pause and find some books. Okay, once you've found some books and you've put a place to hold on them so that hopefully you can get them checked out of the LMC, or you've contacted your ELA teacher, it might take a day or two before we can get those books into your hands. In the meantime, I want to show you another resource. Some of you already have a library card for one of the Muskegon area public libraries. If you live in Muskegon and in Muskegon, you should be able to get one of these. If you've lost your library card, you have no idea, you can click on this and you fill out this form. So if I click here, this form pops up, and it's pretty simple. You just fill it in. You simply need to put in your name, your address, your city and state, your zip code, your phone number, your school email, use your school email, and your date of birth, and then click on I am not a robot, and send it. It'll say that a staff will be in contact with you in 72 hours. That means they're going to send you an email, and that email will have your barcode so that you can log on and do all the cool things online, and you can get ebooks, and you can get audiobooks, and there's a ton of them available. So if you already have your library card, you're able to just log in and get going. But if you'd like to get a library card, and this is especially great for those of you who are doing school virtually right now, this is a great opportunity for you. So within 72 hours, you'll get that barcode and you'll be able to log on. There's a tutorial right here for you to watch. It's pretty short, and it'll show you how to navigate the library. Please use that. It will help you. Once you're there, you can get onto something called Hoopla. Hoopla has tons of ebooks. It is super cool so that you can get a book and check it out and you can read it right from your phone. You can read it from your Chromebook. You don't have to worry about it being late because it'll automatically return it on its due date. So this has got some amazing titles, great books. So these are some different options for you to do. All of these links here, those are there for you to use and to be able to go through and try it out. If you need help, let me know. I'd be happy to help you, or let Mrs. Mann know. She'd also be happy to help you. But the directions are right there. They're fairly simple. But first, you got to have a library card in order to do it. All right, so that's just another resource. And finally, here's some great featured reads. So there are 4 different book trailers here to watch. And your teachers can play these for you so you can watch them, or you can put on your headphones and watch them at your own pace. But there are four amazing books. They are all in our LMC, and I know that I've got a couple of these in my own classroom, and I'm sure Mrs. Prentice and Mr. Cheney also have some of these books titles in their classroom. Take a look at it. This might be a book that you're interested in, and you can put it on your Jamboard and books that you want to read. All right, guys, find a book, connect with a book, get reading. I highly recommend House Arrest and so many more great books. All right, see ya.